Friday evening. Um, we are from HR and Chance. I have Mutal also with me, representing the HR professional community. And to all of you who are watching this video, we have two people with us today this evening representing the student HR fraternity. We have Shakti and Madesh who are currently doing their post-graduation in human resource management. I will probably quickly ask Shakti and Madesh to give a quick intro, and then we will proceed with the fireside chat. We have two topics for the evening, one being HRBP and the other diversity, inclusion, belongingness. Right? So, Shakti, would you probably want to go first?
Yes. So hi, I'm Shakti. I am currently living in Chennai. I did my undergraduation in BCom honors, and right now I am a HR student doing my MA HR and PG in post graduation second year. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you, Shakti. It's nice to have you this evening. Madesh, would you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. I'm Madesh. I'm from Chennai. I did my BCom in bank management and currently I'm pursuing MAHR.
Okay, thank you, Mangesh, for being here with us this evening.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I think with this, Mutal and I, we will give you a quick introduction of who we are and our professional experience. So I will start off. So I did my undergrad, I did my BCom honors, and then for post graduation, I did my masters in social work and specialized in HR. And after that, I've been working as a HR professional. It's been a little less than 4 years, and I've also did a lot of certifications in parallel, and am also a Posh licensed practitioner as well. I also have Mutal with me as a part of HR insurance. So Mutal, would you want to introduce yourself?
So, hi guys, I'm Muttal. So, currently I'm residing in Delhi. I'm digital transformation executive at profession, but I did my master's in MSW at HR as well, and I did my UG in BCom Finance from PST CAS Coimbatore. So, we use this program to connect a lot of HR professionals through social media platforms, wherein we can make a strong networking as well. We can learn from each other. So, today we are here to discuss on two topics, and as Shubha told before. So let's start with DEI. So Pushpa will start asking the questions, followed by me as well.
Okay, thank you, Mutal, for setting up the context. Uh, Guys, would you want to start off? Ready?
Yes.
Done. Okay. So, what do you think DEI and B is?
So DEI basically it is diversity, equality, inclusion as we know, and B is belongingness. So when we talk about DEI, generally it is only restricted to gender and the LGBTQI community, like bringing them together in a workspace is generally what DEI is restricted to. But in my opinion, DEI is much more broader than that. It also involves people who are from different generations who are working together in an organization. Even that is a difference. There's generation gap. There are freshers who are working as well as experienced people. So bringing them together on the same platform is also a part of DEI. And people from different cultures, ethnicity, when they come together in the common forum, that also is a DEI concern. That also is inclusion, equality, and diversity. All of these people coming together in a common platform in a workspace and giving them the safe space to work, making them feel valued, respected, and also like making them feel belonging to the organization. They have to feel that this is their family. The organization is treating them well, which will make them feel that they're a part of the family. So that's what DEI basically is. It is much more than just gender or some LGBTQI community. It's much more than that. It's a broader concept.
Wow, that's a great definition, Shakti. Thanks for sharing that. So the next question would be DEI and B helps in improving employees' value proposition. So this is a statement. Share your thoughts on that.
Yeah, it definitely helps in employee value proposition because EVPs are generally something that adds value to what the employee is doing for the organization. It's like enhancing their well-being, some providing like compensation benefits, and all of that forms a part of EVP. So when there is DEI best practices in an organization that generally contributes to the EVP, because an organization that has best practices in DEI will increase employee retention, so that it reduces the employee turnover. People are very much satisfied with their job because they feel included, they feel valued and respected, they're not discriminated, so they feel included and respected. So that increases their job satisfaction, and it also improves employee retention, which is one of the major aims that an organization has, so that it may not spend much in recruiting new people due to employee turnover. So DEI definitely plays a major role in employee value proposition by increasing retention and also employee satisfaction as well.
Thank you, Shakti. So the next question is, what kind of engagement activities do you think can form part of the DEI and B initiatives that are there?
So, ma'am, engagement activities are something that keeps the employees up and happy. So, when it comes to DEI, in this current generation, there are a lot of people who are accepting towards this DEI concept. There are not many people who say I'm against this concept, or like I do not understand it or something. Everybody knows what DEI is and everybody are aware of it. But there are certain niches to this also. People who say that they are accepting of DEI subconsciously may not really be. Like they themselves may not know whether they are accepting of it or not. They might say they are, but their subconscious bias might restrict them at certain places. So for engagement activities, they can be like a riddle or a session where it kindles people's thoughts, like the employees' thoughts, by giving them various case studies or scenarios where they have to apply the DI concept. Just let me give a very plain example. Just take 20 seconds. Just simple example. There was it's kind of a riddle. There was a father and a son was like going for a long drive, and there was an accident where the father passed away immediately, and the son was in a critical situation and was admitted in the ICU. And in the ICU, when the chief doctor had come to operate the son, the chief doctor saw the patient and immediately said, "I cannot operate the patient," and came out of the ICU. When the assistant asked the chief doctor why they were not able to operate the patient, the chief doctor said that it is my son. So the question that was asked is, the father immediately passed away, and the chief doctor says that it's the doctor's son. So how can that be? So this is some riddle that I came across when I read through an article. Immediately my thought process went like, how can the father, when the father passed away, how can the chief doctor also say that it's his son? So I went through a broader concept, thinking maybe they are a gay couple. So that's another father of the son, maybe something like that. But we tend to forget the basic, like the chief doctor is the mother of the person. So it's a female. So when it comes to higher positions, we generally tend to assume it's a male. In spite of talking so much, that's what it's built in us. That's what the conscious bias we have. Whatever the higher post is, it should be a male. We are people of diversity and inclusion, yet we have that unconscious bias. So some riddles like this can be posted to the employees and they ask them to think about it. So that gives them a realization whether are they really into DEI, or should they take much more efforts to come out of that stigma. So some activities like this, like campaigns, taking part in rallies, where the Pride Day, Pride Community Rally, something like that, marathons, workshops conducted based on AI by diverse people, resource person, bringing them diverse resource people. Yeah, and many more like that. Can be some engagement activities.
That's nice, actually, Shakti. We could think of the riddle that you said. It will be more engaging, and people might think than the statement it is. So now I have a different question, and as a social worker, you must have also have heard about it. There's a principle called principle of confidentiality. So how important is confidentiality in the I and D? So in your perspective, share your thoughts on that.
So confidentiality is something that is important in all aspects, and especially when it comes to DEI, it is it, it's a bit more important, because when a person comes out to you giving their opinion, they should have the confidence that they will not be judged for what their opinion is. So for which you have to maintain the confidentiality of information coming from the person. It's okay to maintain anonymity at this time in order to put in your thoughts and principles. So confidentiality should be maintained in DEI. At the same time, it should not restrict you from bringing that into practice. Is what I feel.
Great thoughts, Shakti. Thank you for the perspective. So the next question is, how important is it for a company to maintain equal gender ratio?
So, when it comes to equal gender ratio, I feel it is not the numbers that matter. I may be wrong as well, but for me, a person should be hired or should be placed based on their skills, talents, and their expertise, and not generally based on their gender. There might be places where there are many female, like more female than male, but at the same time, they would not have the same equal workspace. They might just be there for the sake of being there, just for the sake of showing numbers. They might be existing there, but there still be existing discrimination. They not be given opportunities to grow. That does not make any difference, right? So equal numbers doesn't matter according to me. It's only that are you treated well? Are you being given the opportunities for your skills and talent and not being discriminated just because you're a female or just because you're a male? Even male face a lot of discrimination. It's not only the female. So equal numbers doesn't matter according to me. It's only are you being treated for the talents and skills that you possess? Are you not being discriminated on that base? It's what I feel is important, not the numbers.
Thanks for sharing that point, Shakti. And there are a lot of conditioning happen behind the women coming to the workspace. Okay, so when we talk about equal opportunity and when we want women to come into workforce, not only we are talking about the gender space, she's also overcoming a lot of patriarchal issues and conditioning that is happening. So I think there should be extra advantage that should be given for women as well. So thanks for sharing your thoughts on that. So next question would be. Can EI and B one of the major initiative for CSR in a company?
When it comes to CSR, DEI and B can be a major initiative, but it should not be the only initiative, is what I think. Because corporate social responsibility is something that the company has to provide for, is the responsibility that the company has to take up for its environmental well-being and also for the economic well-being and for everything that's surrounding the company. And having DEI best practices in an organization in itself shows that the company is responsible. So it should not be the only aspect. It's one of the important aspects that guides the company towards CSR project. And also when in terms of DEI, the company can also take up, as I said, can take up a project like where they can rehabilitate transgender community who have been abandoned by their parents. Something like that can also be a part of the CSR project. They can like provide a quota or something where they employ people of that particular community who have the right talent, like giving them the space and the opportunity to work equally with everybody. That can also be a CSR activity. And a company that is having best practices in DEI is generally a very well reputed. It has good reputation in the society. Therefore, their CSR will also be affected in a very good, has good practice in CSR.
Okay, thank you. Shakti, I think you have strong insights as to how a CSR initiative ideally gets done in a company, right? I mean, it's good that you actually called out that DNI cannot be
சரிப்பா
the
நான்
one
திருப்பி
and only
கூப்பிடுறேன் இருங்க.
CSR initiative for a company. I know a lot of companies who do that. I think this is uh, a nice point that you ideally brought up to the table. So, coming back to the next question, right? Why should a person not be called a PWD but a person with disability? I think there's a lot of talk that's going around the HR fraternity, right? On calling somebody a person with disability and not a PWD in generic.
So, ma'am, from this perspective, what I feel is from what we've learned from school to college to everything, we can use euphemisms for people who are disabled. We can use euphemisms like specially able, differently able. We can use euphemisms just to normalize the aspect. But I came through an article which which said, which was released by the United Nations, which said using euphemisms for disabled people is not the right way to address them because disability is not a sin; it is something which is normal. And inclusion, then when it comes to DEI, inclusivity is something where you are inclusive of their disability also. You are accepting them as how they are. So I think that's why probably having an acronym like PWD instead of persons with disabilities is getting kind of not in common parlance, and addressing them as persons with disabilities they feel is felt better way of addressing them rather than a PWD, which is just an acronym. It's like giving them more respect, and you are being inclusive of what they are, and at the same time you're giving them respect. So it's according to the UN. I feel this is why the all the things are going on around.
Oh, thank you for sharing that and even referring to the article that you studied. Very thoughtful of you, Shakti. So, other question would be like, next question would be like on throw light on understanding on rehire programs in companies that is happening around. What do you think about the rehire programs that is happening?
So, ma'am, from my understanding, rehire programs are basically when an organization hires their ex-employees, employees who left the organization. When the organization hires them back, is rehire programs. So, I think it's an advantage to the company because employees who left the organization already have an idea and understanding of how the organization works. They know what the skills are, they know what the skill sets are required, like they know how the culture of the organization is. They might have left the company due to several reasons, but then there would definitely would have been an exit interview conducted. So based on that, it gives an opportunity for the organization to better themselves. So when they're rehiring employees, they come into an organization which is better than what they left. So only then the employee accepts that particular position. So I feel that it's like an opportunity for the organization to develop themselves and at the same time hire employees who are already working so that adds to their recruitment also. So it's like for the betterment of the organization along with the growth of the employee. It's what I think is for the
Okay, thank you, Shakti. I think if you will have to link DEI and rehire programs, okay? The reason why a lot of organizations have that is for somebody who have left the organization to still continue to feel inclusive of your ex company, meaning they will have always have it running in their mind saying if at all they're not able to get another opportunity elsewhere or the current opportunity where they've moved, they do not feel inclusive there because of whatever processes or policies that are there in the new company, they will still have an opportunity to come back to their previous organization with respect to the clawback period that is there in the policy of their previous company. So it means they will continue to feel inclusive.
So it's like including even the employees who left your
Yes,
organizations,
yes,
considering them also.
yes. Because you always have to have a common connect that keeps running with your talent. Not just people who are there in the organization, but people who left and also prospective employees who can join the organization a little later. Yeah? Okay, so I think we will move to the next question. So, should an expectant mother or a returning mother be valued for what they undergo? How is this related to belongingness?
Uh, when, especially a women, the major period of their life is when they are going to become mothers or when they are mothers. That's when they have to be celebrated. That's when they have to be treated well. They have to be respected. So, major reason why in most of the companies they hesitate to hire women is because they might go on maternity leave and there might be a gap where they have to fill in another person in that place, and all of that motion which the companies have in general, not now, maybe some 10 years back or something. That's why they generally hesitate to hire women. But rather than seeing that as a liability, if the organization starts providing more facilities for the expectant mother or the returning mother, like we already have acts and everything that provides facilities. Apart from that, if the organization takes a much more care, like they can provide wellness programs, some counseling program, because many mothers face postpartum depression as well. some counseling programs, some health and wellness programs for their employees, facilities like that, or something to take care of their child. That's when the employees feel a sense of belongingness towards the organization. They feel that the organization cares for me. So it's my duty to provide for the organization. When the organization cares for me, they feel that it's like their family. So that's when they feel that they are to very much belong towards the organization.
Mhm.
And they start working
ఎప్పుడు ఆ మాత్రం
working better
తెలియలేదు.
as well. Rather than neglecting or rather than giving a complete rest to others, if the organization encompasses them in the workspace by providing more facilities to them, that increases the sense of belongingness because women are somebody who are emotionally attached to something that when there is care given. When an organization does that, they become even more emotionally attached and they start working towards the organization as if it's their own family. So it's very important that they are giving their proper care is taken of expected mothers and also returning mothers. So there is a sense of belonging.
Shakti well said. Actually, the final question is something related to that. It's about like non-monetary benefit of making employees feeling belonging to the organization, wherein you have already put thoughts about it regarding the women being mother and how they might feel belonged if they are given an equal space. So with that, I'll put my final question on the table. So what kind of non-monetary benefits can be formulated to ensure the belongingness in an employee?
So, ma'am, in my opinion, monetary benefits are something which every organization provides. Every organization provides monetary benefits and it's being made mandatory as well. So, what makes an organization stand apart from others is the extra care, the extra mile they walk for their employees. So, there can be initiatives like when an employee is there in the company, they generally work not only for themselves but for their families also. So there can be some event where it's like a family day or something, wherein the families of the employees come and see their workspace, see the organization, see how their work is being done, and feel proud of their family members. Something like that. When things like that happen in an organization, as I said, it will become like a whole. It's like the organization takes care not only of the employee but also their family. So when the whole family is taken care, that that increases the sense of belongingness for the employee also. And as I mentioned earlier, there can also be health and wellness programs for the employees because having depression or having mood swings also affects their work. So an organization provides a help for the employees towards that aspect. That also like creates that's also a token of care and affection that the organization shows on its part for its employees. That also can be a good non-monetary benefit. And apart from that, having team lunches somewhere an opportunity for the employees to like talk to themselves, engage among their peers, among their colleagues. Team lunches, something like that can also be done. And also like uh, vacations, or they can take them on trips where they'll have even more recreation time for them to come out of their workspace and have some time for their personal space. All of this can be done.
Okay, thank you, Shakti, for throwing a lot of light and bringing a lot of initiatives that are ideally planned in a lot of companies, or ideas or riddles, the ones that you had said, right? It still awestruck, I think, for both of us here in the call. Thank you for bringing a lot of inputs to the table. I think this will give a lot of people who are looking at this video a good understanding on what DEI and belongingness is. Thank you, Shakti.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shakti. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and learnings and your experience on DEI and as well as bringing a lot of relevant details to it. So, thank you for all those who are watching this video. So, stay tuned for the part 2, wherein we will be also discussing about HRBP.